Oh, you want me to speak proper English? The entire restaurant went silent. Every fork stopped midair. Every conversation died, because what happened next, nobody saw coming. But let me back up 30 seconds, because you need to see how we got here. It was a Friday night at Le Bernardin, one of Manhattan's most exclusive restaurants. You know the type, where appetizers cost more than most people's car payments, where the wine list requires a financial advisor, and where everyone's trying just a little too hard to look like they're not trying. And right in the middle of this temple of pretentiousness sat Marcus Henderson, 52 years old, tech bro who got lucky in the dot-com era, and absolutely the kind of guy who tells the waiter his father owns the restaurant, even when it's a public company. Marcus was on his third glass of a $400 bottle of wine entertaining clients when he knocked over his water glass. Nothing major, right? Wrong, because Marcus didn't see it as a small accident. He saw it as an opportunity. "Excuse me," he snapped his fingers. And oh, we all hate the finger snap, don't we? "Excuse me, can we get someone to clean this? What do we even pay you people for?" The woman who approached with a mop was named Amara, mid-50s, slight build, wearing a simple cleaning uniform. She moved quietly, efficiently, like someone who'd learned to be invisible in spaces where she wasn't wanted. "I am so sorry, sir. I will clean this immediately," her accent carrying a thick English. Yeah, just hurry up," Marcus interrupted, not even looking at her. His clients chuckled, that uncomfortable laughter that means, "We know this is wrong, but we're not going to say anything." Amara knelt down and started wiping up the water. That's when Marcus made his fatal mistake. "You know what?" Marcus said loudly, and here's the thing, he wanted people to hear this. "This is exactly the problem with this country." His client shifted uncomfortably. "Marcus, maybe—" No, let me finish." Marcus was on a roll now, emboldened by wine and his own ego. "We let anyone in, and they can't even speak proper English. How are you supposed to work in America if you can't communicate?" Amara froze. Her hands stopped moving. "I am communicating just fine, sir," she said quietly. "Barely," Marcus laughed. "I mean, honestly, if you're going to work here, at least learn to speak the language properly. It's not that hard. English isn't rocket science." Oh, the irony. The delicious irony of what's about to happen. A woman at the next table put down her fork. "Excuse me, that's completely inappropriate." "Mind your business," Marcus snapped at her. Then back to Amara. "All I'm saying is there's a standard. There's a way to speak properly. And if you want to work in a place like this..." That's when Amara stood up. Slowly, deliberately, and when she spoke, every single person in that restaurant felt the temperature drop 10 degrees. "Oh, you want me to speak proper English?" But here's what made it incredible. Her accent? Gone. Completely gone. What came out was the kind of English that makes the Queen sound common. Oxford-educated, BBC narrator, every syllable precisely placed English. "I do apologize for any confusion, sir. Perhaps I should clarify my linguistic capabilities. I spent 12 years as a senior lecturer in applied linguistics at Oxford University, specializing in phonetics, sociolinguistics, and the pragmatic functions of code switching in multilingual environments." Marcus's face went from smug to confused to pale in about 2.5 seconds. "I speak 7 languages fluently," Amara continued, her voice calm but cutting like a surgical blade. "English, Arabic, French, German, Spanish, Mandarin, and Russian. I have published 4 books on language acquisition and dialectical variation. My doctoral thesis, which I might add was awarded with distinction, examined the precise phenomenon you've just demonstrated, how native speakers with limited education often fail to recognize linguistic competence when it's delivered in non-standard accents." "Oh my God," someone whispered. Phones came out. Of course phones came out. This was about to go viral. "The accent you mocked is Syrian. I came to this country 3 years ago as a refugee after my university was bombed.
I left behind my home, my career, my entire life. I took this job because it was honest work that allowed me to send money to my daughter, who is still in a refugee camp in Jordan." Marcus tried to speak. I didn't know? Of course you didn't know, because you didn't ask. You simply assumed. You heard an accent and decided I was beneath you." She took a step closer. "Would you like to know the truly amusing part? While you were struggling to pronounce linguistics, I noticed your grammar errors. You used less instead of fewer twice, split an infinitive awkwardly, and committed a rather egregious subject-verb agreement error. So perhaps before you critique my English, you should master your own." The restaurant erupted. Applause, actual applause. "That's right!" someone shouted. Marcus looked around desperately, his face now the color of a tomato. His clients were already standing up, distancing themselves from him. The restaurant manager appeared, not to defend Marcus, but to stand beside Amara. "Mr. Henderson, I think it's time for you to leave." "I'm a regular here." You were a regular. Please leave now, or I'll call the police." As security escorted Marcus out, Amara returned to her work, quietly, with dignity. But not before the woman at the next table stood up and hugged her. "That was the most beautiful thing I've ever witnessed," she said. 3 days later, that video had 47 million views. 1 week later, Amara received 17 job offers, including one from Columbia University. 2 weeks later, Marcus's company dropped him as a board member after the video surfaced. And the lesson? The lesson is simple. Never ever judge someone's intelligence by their accent, because the person you're mocking might just destroy you with their superior command of your language. Amara didn't need revenge. She simply needed to speak.